Netflix just dropped a stacked December lineup. Not brand new releases, well maybe just one, but absolute monsters from the past 25 years. Cult horror, creature features, psychological thrillers, a huge Netflix original sequel, and one of the most iconic films ever made just landed all at once. It's the kind of update that sneaks in quietly, then completely takes over your watch list. So today, we're counting down the top 10 biggest new additions Netflix just added for December, from hidden gems to straight up legends. Let's get into it. Number 10, Hollow Man. There's a specific kind of horror that doesn't come from monsters you can see. It comes from the ones you can't. Hollow Man takes that idea and pushes it into something colder, meaner, and more unsettling than most early 2000s thrillers dared to be. Directed by Paul Verhoeven, the film follows a brilliant scientist whose experiment in human invisibility works a little too well and strips away more than just his body. As isolation warps into obsession and power into something predatory, the movie shifts from sci-fi spectacle to a claustrophobic cat and mouse nightmare set inside an underground lab. What makes Hollow Man stand out is the way it blends cutting-edge visual effects with a creeping sense of moral decay, watching a man disappear piece by piece until nothing human is left. It's slick, sinister, and uncomfortably intimate, the kind of thriller that reminds you the scariest monsters are often the ones who already live inside us. Number 9, Brightburn. Some movies ask, what if a superhero went bad? Brightburn doesn't ask, it answers. This 2019 horror twist takes the classic small town, fallen from the star's origin story, and flips it into something colder, sharper, and far more unsettling. Instead of hope or heroism, we watch a boy discover power with the emotional maturity of a child and the instincts of something not quite human. Brandon Breyer isn't bullied into darkness. He grows into it, almost naturally, as if the world was only ever something to break. What makes Brightburn stand out is how straight it plays the idea. No satire, no jokes, just the creeping realization that the unstoppable force in the cape isn't here to save anyone. It's tight, brutal, and chilling. A supervillain origin told with pure horror DNA. Number 8, Beowulf. Return to the Shieldlands. Some fantasy shows swing big, and Return to the Shieldlands is one of those bold, ambitious swings that never quite got its second chance. This 2016 ITV series ran for just one season across 13 episodes, reimagining the Old English legend as a gritty political adventure set in a harsh northern world of tribes, trolls, and shifting loyalties. It blends myth with frontier drama. Beowulf returns home to find his adoptive father dead, a kingdom fracturing, and creatures lurking just beyond the firelight. Visually, it goes big. Massive sets, windswept landscapes, creature effects that feel pulled from classic fantasy. But at its heart, it's a story about inheritance, resentment, and a hero trying to defend a home that never fully accepted him. A one-season saga, but a rich, atmospheric one. Number 7, What Lies Beneath.
Only she had green eyes.
Stop!
Hello, Dr. Spencer.
If you like your ghost stories polished, glossy, and quietly vicious, What Lies Beneath is still one of the slickest supernatural thrillers of the 2000s. Directed by Robert Zemeckis, it drops Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer into a perfect Vermont lakeside home that starts to feel wrong. Doors open on their own. The bath fills itself. A face appears where no one should be. What starts as a classic, "Is the neighbor a killer?" setup slowly shifts into something more personal, as buried secrets, infidelity, and guilt bubble up from under the waterline. Pfeiffer sells the unraveling so hard, you start doubting your own memory right along with her. It's glossy studio horror, yes, but also a domestic ghost story about how the past always finds a way back. Number 6, Troll 2.
Kaptein Chris.
Jag har faktiskt spydd major nu.
If you're in the mood for massive monsters, roaring chaos, and a sequel that goes bigger in every direction. Troll 2 is about to scratch that itch. Netflix's Norwegian kaiju universe levels up here, not just with scale, but with heart. The story reunites Nora, Andreas, and Chris as a new, more destructive troll emerges from the mountains. Only this time, humanity gets an unexpected ally, another giant troll with its own instincts, emotions, and ancient grudges. Director Roar Uthag trades city-smashing spectacle for something more mythic and grounded in Nordic folklore, with sweeping landscapes and jaw-dropping practical effects blended into the chaos. Filmed across Norway and Budapest, it's reportedly the biggest Nordic production ever, and it feels like it. If you love the first film's surprising emotional beats and giant creature mayhem, this sequel looks ready to top both. Number 5. Godzilla. When Gareth Edwards rebooted Godzilla, nobody expected this level of tension. The movie plays everything slow, then drops you inside a world where nature isn't just angry, it's coming to collect. The Mutos tear through cities like they're nothing. Sirens screaming, bridges collapsing, people running for their lives. And through all of it, he rises. Not as a hero, not as a villain, but as a force older than any nation on Earth. The scale hits different. The Halo jump set piece, the tsunami in Honolulu, the first full roar. Every reveal feels earned. And the final battle? Godzilla reminding every creature, every human, every living thing exactly who runs this planet. Number 4. Godzilla, King of the Monsters. King of the Monsters, the movie that said, forget subtlety, release every titan on Earth. This one is pure spectacle. Godzilla versus Ghidorah, Mothra versus Rodan, cities collapsing, storms ripping across continents, and Godzilla walking through hell like it's nothing. What makes this entry soar is how massive everything feels. The scale, the sound, the mythology. Every frame looks like a heavy metal album cover. You're not watching monsters fight, you're watching gods collide. Yeah, the human storyline is messy, but nobody comes to this movie for boardroom arguments. You come for that moment Godzilla goes full nuclear and melts a 3-headed dragon into dust. This is blockbuster chaos at its most beautiful. Number 3. Influencer. Influencer is one of those thrillers that sneaks up on you. Quiet at first, then suddenly mean, stylish, and way sharper than you expect. Set against picture-perfect Thailand backdrops, it follows Madison, a lonely travel influencer whose Instagram-ready life is nothing like the reality behind the camera. When she meets the mysterious CW, the trip shifts from tropical escape to psychological nightmare, one built on stolen identities, curated lies, and the dangerous power of someone who understands how to weaponize a social feed. Director Curtis David Harder keeps everything sleek and sun-drenched, letting the tension build in the contrast between paradise and menace. And Cassandra Nod, she delivers a performance that's unsettling in the best way. Charming, unnerving, and impossible to look away from. A modern digital age thriller with real teeth. Number 2. Money Monster.
Follow the money, find the fraud.
We're in this together now. Don't turn your back on anybody. I don't want you to die.
Oh my God.
Money Monster is one of those thrillers that locks you in from the first minute and never gives you a chance to breathe. Directed by Jodie Foster, the entire story unfolds in real time as a live TV broadcast turns into a hostage crisis. George Clooney plays Lee Gates, a loud, fast-talking financial show host who suddenly finds himself staring down the barrel of a gun when a desperate investor storms the set. Julia Roberts, steady and razor-sharp, guides him through the chaos from the control room as the cameras keep rolling and the world watches. What starts as spectacle becomes something deeper, a tense unraveling of greed, broken systems, and the human fallout left behind by billionaire decisions. It's slick, fast, and relentless, with that pulsing, this could really happen energy. Number 1. Pulp Fiction. Some movies fade with time, and then there's Pulp Fiction, a film that somehow feels just as electric on the 100th rewatch as it did the first time. Quentin Tarantino's cult classic crime mosaic weaves hitmen, boxers, gangsters, and misfits into a wild, out-of-order tapestry that defined 90s cinema. From the Royale with cheese banner to the adrenaline needle to Mia's heart, every scene is burned into pop culture for a reason. The dialogue snaps, the style oozes cool, and every character feels iconic the moment they walk on screen. It's gritty, hilarious, oddly thoughtful, and absolutely one of a kind. A classic among classics. And yeah, we're definitely watching it again this Christmas season. And that wraps it up. 10 new additions that prove Netflix just dropped one of its strongest December updates in years. From creature chaos to cold-blooded thrillers, from underrated gems to all-time legends.
Get some balls! Man up!
Who's that guy on camera 2?
You want to complain about it? Go ahead.
Who is it? Anybody know?
This lineup is stacked front to back. Bookmark this video so you can build your perfect December watch list, because half of these titles hit harder on a rewatch, and the other half still hold up like they dropped yesterday. Which one are you pressing play on first? Hollow Man, Brightburn, or are you going straight to Pulp Fiction like the rest of us? If you want more ranked lists, hidden gem breakdowns, and hype rundowns of the biggest drops across streaming, make sure to hit like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.